G'day folks, welcome back to Dune Awakening. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, we assassinated the last target at the behest of Alara and Count Fenring. And the Jackal sort of revealed a few interesting things, and after that we did gather around with Ari and Zantara to sort of understand who the Sleeper is, or at least we had a bit of a revelation of who the Sleeper is. And that is essentially our ultimate task, right? To find the Fremen and awaken the Sleeper. And apparently the Sleeper is, known by the Fremen as Lisan al-Gaib. So in this version of Dune, Lisan al-Gaib is not Paul Atreides. Well, I mean, Paul wasn't even born, I guess, right? Instead of having a son, they ended up having a daughter. But anyway, instead of continuing on with the story and meeting Zantara in Harko village, I do want to focus a little bit more on getting all of our skills learnt. So this is going to be a trainer-heavy episode, hopefully. But before we even get into, looking for where these trainers are or trying to continue some of their quests, I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things. So one being how our progress is going for making those generators, because I think that's going to be our next goal. I don't want to make too many generators. I'm probably just going to make one. And as you can see, we are there, although I'm cutting it very fine there with the plastanium ingots. I just need more melange, so I'm going to need to do a little bit more work before we get the spice-powered generator. And I reckon this is something that we'll place down in the next episode. Once the generator's done, though, I think we're going to do a big pivot into vehicle making, and we'll try to get the ornithopter organized. One other thing that I wanted to talk to you about is I have made a bit of a dent on our endgame armor set. So the House Ikaz card revealed itself pretty early on in this Landsrad term, I suppose. And we had the pincushion helmet as a reward for this one. So I jumped onto this one pretty quickly, and the task wasn't too difficult. We just had to sort of go out there and kill a whole bunch of Kirab. So, I mean, it did take a while, but I managed to get there in the end with plenty of time to spare as well. I'm sure there are going to be other rewards in some of the other cards that I could possibly work towards, but I feel like maybe getting onto some of those tasks pretty early on is the way to go, rather than sort of like investing my time in trying to do something and have a risk of not being able to complete it because the Landsrad term ends. It's probably better just to start early. So, what are we doing? We are looking for the next quest line for, I forget her name, but the Bene Gesserit advanced trainer. So I did some research on that, and if I'm not mistaken, we have to start in this location here, the slant. So I'm gonna see if I can go there. I'm not entirely sure if I do need to speak to her perhaps in Harko village, or if I just simply need to go to the slant and just start the quest from there. So bear with me, guys. I'll figure things out, and if we turn out having to, go to Harko village, then I'll probably see you guys there, or we'll make our way to the slant. Okay guys, we are back in Harko village. I did go to the slant earlier, but I decided to cut the footage of that because I couldn't exactly find anything there. I suspect it's because we do actually need to trigger the quest first. And I'm just a little bit confused as to how to do that, because we have spoken to Jocasta after the last mission and we didn't really get anything. One thing that I do suspect is perhaps maybe our dialogue options have something to do with picking up this quest. So let's have a chat with her again.
You're back.
You owe me some training.
Yes, you have shown unexpected aptitude. If only you had been trained from pre-adolescence, the Sisterhood would make good use of you. Thus far, you have learned to control your body and mind. Now, you must use them in concert to see. With your muscle training, you will detect the slight shift in air pressure to know a nearby door has opened. With a focused mind, you will detect the variations in a person's voice and comportment to reveal their emotional state or potential deception. Working together, your heightened senses allow you to see the unseeable and know the unknowable. Now, focus. Very good. Your third eye has opened, and with it, a new world opens as well. Continue training and you will be a formidable presence. But for now, take your leave while I examine Kind's lexicon. Do what you must to discover who has issued the contract against me and report back.
Okay, very good. And just like that, I thought it was buried in some of the other conversations that we had, but I just simply hadn't spoken to her about receiving the last batch of training that she promised. So, sure, I'll take them out. Right, Secrets of the Syndicate. So, I'm going back to the slant, and hopefully I can now continue on with this quest. Alright, the slant. So, enemy bases, we're gonna have to clear the area out first, and I assume from here is we're basically looking for either books or scrolls. Obviously trying to learn some clues about this syndicate that Jocasta has been a part of. Let's try and just clear out the area first. And then we should be able to just search the area in peace. Alright. Sorry, I just needed to test this out because for whatever reason I couldn't really shoot before. Anyway, I just wanted to also talk to you guys about skills, because I have actually respect not so long ago, but I think it's already been 48 hours. I was just getting a little bit tired with the Mentat skills that we were using before. And yeah, I'm using some familiar skills, except for perhaps maybe the Shigawire skill there, which this is something that I haven't exactly been using very much of, but I think it's quite a useful skill, and I'll quickly show you why when we do eventually fight more enemies. But I mean, first things first is it is a bit of a mobility skill where you can essentially get around using this sort of grapple hook-esque device, right? But I don't think it's limited to mobility. You can actually use it in combat as well. And it might actually be quite useful against like heavies like this, where, you know, when they're shooting off a barrage of shots like this, you can sort of interrupt them and potentially get like some attacks in. And that combined with like a slow blade attack should be quite devastating against those types of enemies. And then there's the familiar, you know, parry, and I've also got the deflect skill, which I think for a good chunk of the early game I was using quite a bit. So I am actually running a little low on my heavy darts, aren't I? I should actually pick up a whole bunch just to make sure that we don't find ourselves without any ammo. And so far I don't really have any weapons that require light darts. Okay, are we clear? I think we might be. Just looting the place for... Well, this is a pretty low-level area, right? With the slavers, so I'm really just looking for cash, if we find cash. But anyway. Let's grab this clue. Syndicate contacts on Arrakis in Hako village who is called Riff, or sometimes Isek. Find a way to use the word Sparhawk when speaking with him and he will know you are part of our organization. He can help with avoiding Harkonnen and forces and point you towards contacts with more specific information. In Arrakeen, your primary contact is Farouk Liderman, who pretends to be a water seller. I think we've met him before. He's always on the move in the markets and alleyways. He has been sent a dossier on everyone we sent to Dune, including you. He will find you if you wear the usual Syndicate signs. If you need any contraband goods, speak with the barkeep at a place called Hanavars. You know which drink to order. Yeah, we've been doing that ourselves. All right. Well, the next step is to get ourselves to another location. Let me just... Yeah, here it is. Secrets of the Syndicate. So... I can't remember what location this is, but it's near the really big mountain that we climbed the other episode. I think this isn't this the... I thought it was called something else. Oh, Sentinel. The Stone Sentinel. Let's get out of here and let's make our way. Okay, we are very close to the Stone Sentinel, and I think these are the two outposts that lead into Sentinel City. But we should find a clue somewhere here. Let's park this. And let's demolish everything in our path. Might want to heal up a little bit. Okay, these guys are a little tougher, I suppose. Just keeping an eye out for ammo. I suppose we can grab all of those. Don't know if we have a lot of industrial pumps or not, but I may as well bring some home just in case we don't have like a big stack of it. Problem with picking everything up is I'm starting to run out of storage for stuff, so I mean I could easily perhaps maybe just make some more storage, but yeah, I'm not prepared to do that just yet. Okay, so it's back out that way. Going the wrong way. Let me just quickly do my looting. So, on the upper levels of this structure, I guess... Is it? Oh, hang on. No. Maybe it's just here. Yeah, there's a scroll. Syndicate meeting notifications. We need you to get to the Udom meeting points pronto. We've got a line on the target and we need the whole crew in the field. Round up the capos and the hired guns and meet us at the designated place. Be sure they're packing heavy firepower. if half of what I've heard about these witches is true, we'll need it. Find the Syndicate flight logs. Right. Where would that be? In that general direction over there. I guess we're going to the Udom, or... No, we're going to... Shoal. Very close to the edge of Acheron. I might do a quick edge of Acheron run, just to loot the place and grab a little bit of Solari and all that sort of stuff. And we can continue after that. Alright, quick pit stop at edge of Acheron. We'll try to clear the area pretty quickly here. There should be plenty of ammo for us to grab as well. Yeah, we'll grab everything here, and a bit of ammo here. How are we going? About 800 or so. It's not too bad. Alright, there should be a little bit more ammo on this side. Grab that. Check out what we can get. Mercenary heavy gloves. Probably leave that, to be honest. We've already got, like, decent backup armor and all that, so... don't need it. I'm more interested in finding vehicle parts if we can do that. Sandbike tread Mark 5. That could be useful. And I'll take fuel and everything. Yeah, so that's everything.
Shield on. Identify yourself. Where's backup?
Okay, and that's that. Quick in and out. Now off to find more clues about this syndicate. I think we're going to be in the irradiated area, so I might actually need to switch to a rad suit. Which, oh no, of course I don't have the rad suit. I might be able to go in and out pretty quickly though. Let me just take a quick look at where we need to go. Yeah, so it's one of the ruins, so we just need to be aware of our radiation levels here. And yeah, I am going to dip out as soon as we get too low, actually. might need to swing around the other way. And yeah, I need to be a little bit careful around here and juggling, you know, radiation and when to escape, and also worms, because this is worm territory. This is essentially where I got eaten by Shai-Hulud that one time, so it was not pleasant. Let's drop that in, and let's try to power through here. Luckily with Thufir's Best, you can actually still poison enemies, which I really, really like. Okay, done. Now just to be safe, I am just getting myself out of the radiation, and we'll just quickly refuel, and I'll just do a little bit of waiting here. Hopefully that's all of the enemies. There could potentially be a little bit more in there. Park here, and I'll actually just leave the Orni like that. So what are we looking for? Apparently it's above us. Maybe just over here somewhere. There. Flight logs of the Hephaestus. Upon reaching Wallach 9, we offloaded the ship components without complication. Our departure was delayed several days, however, due to some difficulties with taking on the special cargo. Is that what we're looking for? Oh, okay. Yep. It is. I just can't really afford to stick around and read the entire thing. So feel free to pause where we were reading there, just to, you know, get a little bit more context. I am not going to wait around for us to die in the radiation. Okay, so what next? Find the Syndicate Underlords. Looks like that's taking us to the Udam. Alright. Well, just as well, because I would like to see if I can find some more agave seeds as well while we're there. Alright. Looks like it's taken us to the area near Rock Warren Village. And these Underlords should be just below us somewhere here. I'm not entirely sure which way would be a decent entry point. I think I'll park here. Then we'll go on foot. It's about 100 meters. Okay, maybe in this cave somewhere? Seems likely. Oh yeah, these guys look like they're syndicates. They're wearing the syndicate armor. Okay, they don't seem particularly strong though. Okay, that was way too easy. Alright. Almost no fight at all. Do they have any loot though? That is probably the more important question. Have I been here before? I can't remember. I feel like I've been to Rockwarren Village before though.
I see someone.
A whole bunch of masquerade here. I think perhaps maybe I have been here without the Syndicate guys being around. Oh god. Grab that. Yeah, there's something back here. I don't really want any of this like basalt, but let me just drop that. I don't know if anything that we find in here would be exciting, but I'll take it anyway. Ooh, Decaliturgon. That could be useful, actually. Just heal up. Alright. Good times. Find the Syndicate leader. So, where's that gonna take us? It's nearby, actually. About 100 meters out. Were we supposed to go through the entire cave, though? Maybe we were. I just missed it. No, it's in this position, but above us. Let me just realize that there's a dead body here. Yeah, maybe there's another way to get to the Syndicate leader. It's not very far, though, apparently. Yeah, there's a cave opening right here.
Who's that? Who's that?
Oh god, alright. Ambush. Was not expecting that. Oh! Alright. Alright, alright. Oh! Okay. Okay, okay. Damn. Alright, that's a little rough. Let's see. Just trying to figure out a decent place to respawn at. I think maybe we can respawn here at the shoal. Yeah, so I think a lot of our equipment durability took a hit there. I'm gonna switch out the suspensor belts with a spare. I think the power pack should still be okay. Alright, well, I need to just go back to where all of that happened and try to complete the job. I'll be a lot more careful this time though. I think I was being way too overconfident there, thinking that these are low-level enemies. I guess we are in Masquerade territory, so, you know, they can be a little bit of a challenge. Okay, let's get this job done. There's our dead body. Just over here somewhere. So what I might do is I'll place the ornithopter right here, and I will just leave it there, because I think we should be able to spawn on the ornithopter when we need to, if we die again. Okay, we need to trigger these guys again, I guess. Huh. Okay, they don't seem to be triggering. I wonder if things have bugged out because we died. I may need to come back to this, guys, so... but that's okay. This gives me a bit of a chance to grab some agave seeds in the area. Oh, goodness me. Alright. That was really annoying. Alright, there we go. Got the Syndicate contract. I suppose we just need to go back to Jocasta and report back in. But yeah, I ended up having to sort of wait for quite a while before coming back to this area. I suspect if you come back too quickly, things just don't trigger. But there we go. Let's make our way back to Hako Village, and let's complete this quest, and we shall move on to other things. Jocasta, it is done.
You're back.
The Syndicate didn't give up its secrets easily.
No one said the path is easy, but you breathe and they do not. Appreciate that, Adept. You are breathing, and they are not. There is no more potent demonstration of your skill. Well done. They seek a rogue Bene Gesserit? Here, on Arrakis. There is no way they could have followed me here, but this contract is clear. They seek a rogue Bene Gesserit to be apprehended and returned to the Sisterhood's care.
Sister Mesa, is that the one that we met in... not Edge of Acheron, I think it's, the Aegis, I think, is, the Atreides base. What is it about Arrakis that draws so many of your renegade sisters?
Dune is the fulcrum of power in the universe. The Dune that was, the Dune that is, and the Dune that will be. The Sisterhood is concerned with all three, although Mesa and I have a special interest in Dune's past.
Could they be looking for Sister Mesa?
Doubtful. Sister Mesa is the last living member of the Akazi royal line. While it's certain that her forbidden research has alienated the Sisterhood, even acknowledging Mesa's presence here would be damaging.
Damaging how?
When House Moritani was hunting down her family one by one, the Sisterhood went to great lengths to extract her in secret. And I know for a fact that the Imperial Archives have Sister Mesa Ekaz listed as deceased. I believe a body was supplied in her place. Even acknowledging her existence for a kill contract would expose the Sisterhood's machinations.
Well, is it you that they seek?
I do not know, but if my presence is known here, then I may be out of time. I need you to investigate and learn the truth of it.
Okay, well, I'll check it out. But we're probably not going to continue on further with the Bene Gesserit questline for now, because I think I've had my fill at this point of the Bene Gesserit questline. I think I do want to see if I can do a pivot and see if we can find the planetologist out there and continue his questline a little bit. We also do need to practice using the voice, so we're going to need to respec once more. Righto guys, we are back in the Haga Basin. We're in the Haga Rift specifically, and I did already do a quick pit stop at the base just to let go of some of the stuff that we've been carrying since we've been hitting up all those different locations and looting and all that sort of stuff. And I have tagged the Lost and Found questline because it should be taking us to Imperial Testing Station number 29, and if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to find our dear friend Derek Chinara in there, and he probably does need our help in some way or another. Let me just have a look here. Okay, so the contract itself is right below us, but I think the entrance to the testing station might actually be just further up this way. There appears to be quite a few enemies here. So, let me just make sure that we're not missing the contract itself on the surface. It doesn't look like it. It's definitely underground. So, I'm thinking we just have to go through the entrance. Let's go ahead and do that. Chuck that away, shields on. Let's try to obliterate everything.
Someone's here.
Forgot to clear this out, actually, the Syndicate chess piece. I was sort of doing a bit of reading, and apparently the Syndicate armor set is pretty cost effective if you end up losing all of your gear for, you know, whatever reason, maybe getting eaten or something. Yeah, it might be just below us, right? I'm just trying to think of whether or not it's easier to access the testing station by ornithopter and by just sort of hovering below surface level, or if this is the better way to enter. Yeah, there it is down there. Definitely some enemy presence. Gotta pick them off. All right. Ooh, take that. And I'll fill the litter, John. Okay, how do we enter? Ah, through here. We probably have been to this testing station before, but question is, where can I find Derek? If I'm not mistaken, he should be sort of near the entrance. I don't know if he would be near the entrance out here, or perhaps maybe near the entrance inside. There's some cages here. I wonder if he's trapped in one of those. Sorry about that big cut there, guys. My game actually crashed. And that, I feel like, was the very first hard crash I've ever had playing this game. So, I mean, all things considered, considering how long I've been playing, that's pretty good. Yeah, so there's stuff going on here, but no Derek. So let's head inside. Maybe we can find him in there. Oh, there he is, just waiting for us.
And here we are again. The old familiar places.
We meet again, Derek.
Do you have time to help me again? I'm not sure about this place.
What do you need?
I need the mnemic film reels once more. But there's something else. By looking at the reports, I can pinpoint local testing stations. This is the area where Kynes was doing research. These testing stations might contain the key to what they were doing, with or without the Fremen.
Yeah, I'll find you those films.
Thank you. Return the reels to me if you find them.
Shouldn't be too difficult. But we also have the employee records to try and find as well, right? So, hang on, let's just take a look here. So enter Imperial Testing Station number 29. That's probably, yeah, okay, that's Derek's quest.
Welcome, honored guest. Dr. Natalia Manis here, head of testing station number 29. My fellow station leads are constantly reminding me of what...
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
plenty of traps. Not really a lot of enemies. I'm expecting some kind of an ambush at some point, though. So with that in mind, maybe we should just heal. Don't really expect too much of a difficult time here, though. Okay, what are we looking for? Should be something around here. The employee records, anyway. There we go. Employee records found. So what do we need to do with those? Maybe just turn it in somewhere. Deliver the Chome Communinet transceiver. Oh, fantastic. Very, very happy to get rid of that. It's been a while. What do we have here? Buggy engine. I'm not really interested in that one. It's only a Mark III. Grab the bangle. Okay, good times. Now, for the other quest. These enemies just keep popping out of nowhere. Let's just quickly flick to the planetologist quest. If I can actually find it. Oh, did I not? There we go. My bad. Alright, so further down, it seems. Getting warmer. Alright. Yeah, I keep forgetting that there are alarm systems, and I could actually be trying to take out enemies before they get to them. Perhaps maybe enemies are popping out because of these alarms. Are we going the right way? I think so. Didn't really see anything resembling film here.
I got you! I need help!
Alright. What are we looking for? Maybe some other pathway? Looks like it. Nice big chest here. Okay. Where is this film? We're getting closer. Maybe hidden door? Yep. This should be it. Nice. Just need to get back to Derek, and we should be able to finish off that quest. Ooh, what's going on down here? Some kind of a cave leading to... where, though? The hell? Where the hell are we going? It's pitch black in here as well. Look at that. Okay. There is something here. No access. What? Maybe we have to come back here after completing this quest, maybe, or some other quest. Or perhaps maybe we've been here before, I just can't remember. Now I'm kind of curious. Anyway. Time to head back.
Ellis, please contact the guild rep and arrange passage home for the employees whose records you'll find enclosed. This is everyone who is scheduled to rotate off-world this cycle. And no, your file is not included. You still have 2 more years of eating dust with the rest of us. Sorry.
Okay. Way out there. This is also a way out, I think. Or perhaps maybe there's more... Oh, actually, no. We came in from here, didn't we? Yeah. Alright. Let's leave.
Welcome, honored guest. Dr.
Derek.
I don't like this place. There are secrets here, and the smell of desperation. Be careful.
I've got your mimic film.
Let's see here. What can I say that hasn't been said before? You're my personal savior. In return, I will teach you more back at camp. Meet me there.
All in a day's work, my friend. Alright, and he's no longer here. And that's our cue to leave this place, although getting out might be a little bit tricky.
Need reinforcements.
Okay, yeah, we should be able to get out of here pretty easily. Alright, I might actually go speak to Derek immediately, because I do want to just, like, tidy up his quest line as soon as possible. And then that'll leave just Jocasta's quest line afterwards. Derek, you owe me some training, my friend.
You've returned. How can this humble botanist be of service? Naturally. But I wanted to ask you something first. Why are you helping me? What is it that drives you? I'm amazed by your capacity to retain what I am telling you, and the basic principles lead to practical applications. But here we are, middle of a dangerous desert, burning sun, raging sandworms, studying planetology. Here you are. Why?
I'm looking for the Fremen. This investigation with Kynes might be a way to find them.
Really? There's more to you than meets the eye, my apprentice. Now listen closely. An ecosystem is a system. A system! A system maintains a certain fluid stability that can be destroyed by a misstep. Why the highest function of ecology is the understanding of consequences. There. I hope that you can put this new knowledge to use.
Sweet. Alright. So, my assumption is that there's probably still a little bit more that he can teach us. Let's just take a look at skills. Planetologist skills. And yeah, so we just learnt a capstone skill here. This requires a connecting module, and I think we still have a couple more that we need to unlock. So yeah, still maybe a couple more missions. I'll speak to him about more missions later. I do want to wrap up the episode. I am going to make a quick pit stop though at Pinnacle Station, because we've got that Communinet transceiver to hand in. And, well, I suppose I'm probably going to get a continuation for that quest as well. Alright, Pinnacle Station. It's been a while, I feel. Quickly hand this in. Oh, okay, there's something else here. Check in at the crossroads. I mean, sure. I'll accept, but let's deliver this. Get that out of the inventory, and got the employee records as well. Fantastic. So let's just take a look at that quest line. Lost and found, and it's gone. Okay, cool. So I suppose maybe the one that I've just accepted is a continuation of Lost and Found. So help needed at the crossroads. Check in at the crossroads. So we'll do that eventually, but probably not in this episode. And I am going to wrap things up. I'm heading home, so I'll see you guys there. Alright, things are coming along with our base and with, well, everything, I suppose. You know, our learning of skills and all that sort of stuff as well. We just quickly throw a few things in storage. And I guess to wrap things up, I just want to see if I can place down those banners that I had planned in the previous episode. I think I only have like one. So it was supposed to be just over here. So we may as well get that in. And are we happy with the amount of banners that we have, or do we need more? I think we've got banners going on this side as well, so that looks good. Let's see. Got banners over here, looking good as well. And banners in here. The question is, do we want more? But probably not. I think in the next episode, I'm going to focus on, well, hopefully I can fit a couple of things in. So I'll continue on with the main storyline. We need to check in with Xantara in Hako Village. But depending on how long the quest goes for, we might do a bit of decorating in that episode where we're sort of placing down a few more bits and pieces and furnishings and all that sort of stuff. None of the smaller knickknacks, because that needs to come after this place has its final makeover. And speaking of the final makeover, I think we're going to, well, after I place the generator, assuming that the generator is going to be coming in the next episode, we're going to be moving on to the Carriol Ornithopter, or at least focusing on trying to build that. Thanks for watching, guys. Can't believe it's been, what, 50 episodes already with this one. And I just feel like time flies when you're having a really good time. Thanks for sticking with it. Appreciate you guys being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, obviously encourage that. Drop me a like if you're enjoying things. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.